What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. And today's build video is going to be my perfectly wicked Regen build. So I'm using perfectly wicked and a whole bunch of armor regen. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. Now today's build video breakdown, I'm going to do this little intro, show you some gameplay, give you the build breakdown, and then I'm going to show you, how fast the armor regen is, just in case you miss it during the build gameplay. But yeah, so just real quick, this is perfectly wicked regen. So you have to have the Anarchist cookbook for your backpack and armor regen. Currently I am at 63.4k, and that's only with 1.5 million armor. This is a pretty balanced build. I have 9 spec'd into red and 9 spec'd into blue. But let's jump to the gameplay and then we will come back for the build breakdown. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and let's jump into that gameplay. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comment section below what you think. But alright, let's roll that footage.
Taken by allies. Rogue striker drone detected. Agent down. Detected. Agent down. Allies are acquiring the boost. Allies have acquired the boost. Rogue protocol.
Big mistake, asshole. Stay right there.
Contaminated gear detected.
Just one spot.
Detecting location target. Armed hostiles. Rogue status removed. Rogue protocol initiated. Dog zone drop stolen. Now detecting contaminated gear. Dog zone drop has expired. Contaminated gear detected. Section Hilo.
Alright, now I know the gameplay wasn't too long. I don't want to give you like a 45-minute long video like I usually do. But I hope you let me know at all in the comment section below. And here is your build breakdown. So here it is, my perfectly wicked Regen build. Starting off at the top, I am using the Firewall specialization. Reason being is I am using that Striker shield. Yes, I am not a fan of shield builds. However, I have noticed that in where I prefer, Regen builds. In the Dark Zone, the shield just really helps you with that overall survivability, and the Striker shield does give you a damage buff. So a lot of you that are anti-shield, I'm sorry, but this is the build. A lot of people use the shield, and I'm not going to knock them for it. I'm just going to show you what I would do if I ran a shield build. Now, looking at the Striker shield, obviously, you want to use that with your Firewall specialization, because you can see at the top, it says damage bonus per enemy, 11%. That is huge. That is why a lot of people are using the Striker shield, because as long as they are within that, Striker range, you get a huge damage buff. Not only that, but with my armor regen, say I'm running and gunning, and then someone takes down half of my armor without me knowing it, I can whip out the shield and let my armor regen just come back. So yeah, there's that. Now, that's why I'm using the Firewall specialization. Now, on to the weapons. I am primarily only using the SMG. However, I do have the Eagle Bearer for my secondary and a double barrel sawed-off for my sidearm. But for this video, it's all about the Vector. This is my favorite Vector in the game. I know a lot of you have seen that video from, a couple weeks ago where I explained why this is my favorite Vector. And here's the new one. Found one with damage to armor and max SMG damage. Did for this build is I rolled Sadist on it because I am using Ridgeway's Pride. And yeah, it's worked for me so far. Now a lot of you ask, this does look familiar, and reason being is this morning during my Manic Mondays episode, I was using this build in Conflict to kind of, give you a little preview. I know my team wasn't the best, whatever, but that's a part of PvP. But here it is. So the Vector SBR 9mm is my favorite Vector in the game. Reason being is you have the higher total damage, and you also get a 53 round magazine. So yeah, it's amazing. Now this Vector is sitting at 66.9k total damage with 1200 RPMs and a 53 round. It has max SMG damage, max damage to armor, and 16% crit chance. Now I did roll Sadist on here because I am using the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece, so whenever I'm within range of my Striker shield, I whip out the shield, I get that damage bonus, then I shoot them, I get the bleed from the Ridgeway's Pride, which then procs my Sadist damage buff. Now remember, Sadist deals 20% more weapon damage to all bleeding enemies. Not only that, but after 4 kills, you apply bleed to your next enemy you hit, regardless. Now, going to my secondary. I am using the Eagle Bearer. A lot of people still don't have it. I get it, but I love the weapon. So I have it there as my secondary. It's God rolled, sitting at 87.9k total damage. And then finally, my sidearm is the double barrel sawed-off. It's sitting at 1.1 million total damage with max shotgun damage, damage to targets out of cover. I have preservation on here only because if I'm in a sticky situation and I need to use the shotgun, I could kill the target and get armor repair at the same time. Now looking at the build, It is a half and half, so I have just as many blues as I do reds. Now, as far as the gear, I'm running 2 Golan for the armor regen, the Sokolov Concern for the SMG damage, Emperor's Guard knee pads for the armor regen, Bellstone Armory for the armor regen, and then the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece, not only to proc the Perfectly Wicked, but to also give me more armor regen. Now, doing a deep dive, let's start with the mask. Bellstone Armory. Now, the Bellstone Armory brand set bonus I get from this build is 1% armor regen. As far as the attributes, it is God rolled, so max armor regen, and max crit damage. For the mod, a max crit chance mod. Going to the backpack, this is the Anarchist Cookbook. You cannot have a Perfectly Wicked armor regen build with running Perfectly Wicked. Now, this is the named Golan Gear backpack that does come with Perfectly Wicked. So applying a status effect will increase my total weapon damage by 18% for 27 seconds. Now, the Golan Gear brands I get from this build, 10% status effects, which helps my bleed, and 1% armor regen. Now, as far as the attributes, I'm sitting at 154k armor, max armor regen, and then 5.7 crit chance. For the mod, I'm using another max crit chance mod. For a lot of you that's asking about the crit, I'm sitting just under max crit chance with 113.8 crit damage. Now back to the build, the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. So this is the exotic chest piece with that talent bleeding edge. So shooting an enemy within 15 meters will apply a bleed. Now, it will also repair your armor. So the second part of that says it will repair 3 to 48% of your armor per second for every enemy you have bleeding within 15 meters. So it shows 326, 312, 424, and then 40. Now if you switch it to PvP, it shows you the exact same numbers, so it doesn't matter, PvP or PvE. Actually, let me go back to Perfectly Wicked. So right here, Perfectly Wicked, 18% for 27 seconds. Go to PvP, it's the exact same. So you don't have to worry about your stats changing in the Dark Zone. They're going to stay the exact same. Now back to the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. This one has max weapon damage, max crit damage, and 5% crit chance. For the mod, I chose a max crit damage mod. Now the gloves of Concern. Now the Sokolov Concern brand set bonus I get from this build, 10% SMG damage. For the attributes, it is God rolled, so I have max weapon damage, max crit chance, and max armor regen. For the knee pads, Emperor's Guard knee pads. Now these are the named Murakami Industry knee pads with 1% armor regen. Now the brand set bonus I get from this build, 20% skill duration. I'm not really using that too much. I am mainly just using these knee pads for the armor regen. Now as far as the attributes, it is God rolled as well. So max armor, that 1% armor regen, and then max crit damage. And then last piece, the Golan Gear holster. Now the Golan Gear holster attributes, I have max armor regen, but then 10.8 crit damage. So you can make this build even better. And that is it. That is my Perfectly Wicked regen build. Pretty fast. I wanted to make this one a little bit quicker. I know a lot of you you can't sit around for 45 minutes for a build video, so I try to, make them as short as possible, but a lot of it is the gameplay. I try to show you as much gameplay as I can, that way you can see that the build does work. So, yeah, sorry. Now the skills. I am using a Striker Shield, because that comes with the fire, and it also gives me that damage bonus. Not only that, but it does increase my survivability, and it gives me something to sit behind while my armor regen is doing all the work. And then for the second skill, You can use a jammer pulse, decoy, you could use the EMP sticky bomb, you could use a lot of things. For me personally, I use the jammer pulse. That way I can get rid of enemy skills and then just work on getting them down. Alright, now let's finish off with these stats. This is for my Vector SBR 9mm. So weapon damage, I'm sitting at 66.8k, for PvP 22.2k, 59.7 crit chance, 113.8 crit damage, and 70 headshot damage. I do have 6% armor damage from the weapon. Now looking at the offensive tab, I have 40% all weapons damage bonus and 40% SMG damage bonus. So every time I use the Vector, I have 80% damage bonus total. Going to the gear talents, I have Perfectly Wicked on my backpack and Bleeding Edge from the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. For the defensive tab, I'm at 1.45 million armor, 3.4k armor regen, with 333k health, 100k health on kill, and then 1.6k health regen. So I have 10% explosive resistance and hazard protection. Now that is from my watch. So every build video, I do this disclaimer. Now for this build video, I am sitting at shade level 2109. That means all of these boxes and attributes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now if you are at or above shade level 1000, you should have all of these boxes maxed out. Therefore, all you have to copy and paste my build and you'll get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these boxes will not be maxed out. Therefore, you will not be able to get the exact same numbers if you copy and paste my build. So just remember that. Alright, so I showed you the build breakdown. So let's show you the armor regen. That way you can see what you're working with. So I only have 1.5 million armor. However, the armor regen is so high, you'll really be able to tell. So go over here to the fight, I will show you. Alright, so let's see. Damage self, here we go. Alright, and then let's watch the armor regen. You can see where it's slowly just creeping up. And that is what 63.4k armor regen looks like. And it's just gonna keep going until I'm max armor. And then not only that, but then you could whip out a shield, shoot an enemy, and then all of a sudden, you know, get rid of the shield and your max armor. Not bad. Not bad at all. So say you get shot in the back. Oh, ouch. And then you whip out your shield, shoot them dead, reload, and then look, your max armor again. Not too shabby. But guys, tried to make this as quick as possible. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. I am Kamikazevondoom. Don't forget, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next. Peace.